Hi there, CycleCamp here, and today I wanted to illustrate the point that gets made a lot of times to new hams and sometimes older hams, that SWR is not everything. So basically what we have here is we have my Yaesu FT450. I'm running FT8 and I'm on the 20 meter band, and I have two different antennas attached to my MFJ 993 automatic tuner. And what first thing we're going to do, one antenna, number one here. So over here you see the number one, 1B, which means it's antenna number one working on memory bank B. That is my 80 meter off center fed dipole. And then if we switch to the other antenna, which is on memory A, number 2, is an end-fed half-wave 80 meter antenna. They're both pretty decent antennas, but they do some bands, in one case, one antenna is better on one band than the other antenna. The reason I put them in was because they're 90 degrees off of each other, and it helps me cover the world a little better. But what I wanted to show was something I found very interesting. So if we were on antenna number 2, and I've got my voice CS switch on my radio set to do SWR, so when I press it, it will actually send a tuning tone of about 10 watts to the tuner, and then the tuner locks it up. And I've already tuned these. You can see I've got them down to 1.0 to 1, not bad at all. No reflected stuff at all. So let's switch antennas, and we'll tune that one up. And look at that, it's about the same 1.1 to. Oh, so you'd say, wow, both of these antennas tuned to 1 to 1, 1.0 to 1, they must perform pretty similarly. Well, if you thought that, you'd be wrong. So now I'm going to turn up the volume a little bit and listen to the tones. I know this is really irritating, but you get the idea. And watch what happens. I'm on the 80 meter off center fed dipole. See what happens when I switch back and forth between the antennas during the same transmission. So here we go. Oh, look at that. Well, let's go back. Oh, look, it went back up. And let's go back again. Oh, now we're switching to the second half of the minute. So, that's looking pretty good. 7, 8. Oh, wow, now we're up to a 9. So this is just an illustration that SWR is not everything, and even though you can tune an antenna so that your radio is happy, that will not make the antenna actually perform that much better. You might get a little bit more power into it, but it will not perform that much better. And generally speaking, an antenna that receives better than another antenna will probably transmit a little bit better than that other same antenna. It's not always true, but it's a good general rule of thumb that whichever one is more sensitive on the receive side is probably going to give you a better transmit. So I just thought I'd do this quick exercise for you and show you how easy this is to illustrate, especially when you have a tuner that has multiple antennas connected to it. And they're both 80 meter antennas. One's an off-center fed dipole, the other one is an end-fed half-wave, but they do act differently on different bands. Now, on this particular band, the 80 meter off-center fed wins, but on other bands, the end-fed half-wave wins. So it all depends on what band you're in, which one is going to be the more sensitive. Thought you might find this interesting. Have yourself a great night, and I will talk to you later. 73.